via The Hollywood Reporter. James Gunn, Peter Safran to lead film, TV, and animation division as co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios, a newly formed division at Warner Brothers that will replace DC Films.
It won't let me.
I'll let you.
Oh, it's because it says Rod error. Yeah.
Well. Yes, that's right. That's right. Well done. So yeah, last week we were talking about the battle for the DC cowl, and now it turns out there was a winner.
Yeah, two winners.
Yeah, two winners. Thank you. And it's James Gunn and Peter Safran.
Mm-hmm.
So one last bit: the duo will report to David Zaslav and assume the title of co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios. So Maggie, how we feeling about James Gunn and Peter Safran running the DC?
I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Which I mean, we know James Gunn pretty good, but I looked up the Peter Safran dude.
Yeah.
And apparently he has helped produce many Warner Brothers movies, mostly the Conjuring movies and the upcoming Aquaman movie. So he's sort of been with Warner for a bit. Yeah. So I guess he knows how everything goes, and he can get in. Well, between him and James can probably get in more directors.
It's true.
And stuff. So
figure out like a unified vision behind everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I agree. I think obviously the Suicide Squad was amazing. Mm-hmm. Peacemaker, what a joke, is one of the best things DC's ever done.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy, all the stuff that he had his hands in over at Marvel. You know, and not to mention Scooby-Doo. You know, he did the Scooby-Doo movies.
Heck yeah.
You know, there was a tweet that said, it was a screenshot of when Batman and Robin met Scooby-Doo. Yeah. And they said, James Gunn, you have the authority to make this a reality now.
He does. Oh my God.
And it's not
It'd be the Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh my God. No. Live action? Nah, it wouldn't be worth it. What Batman would you want? Can it be George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell?
That'd be hilarious.
That would be amazing.
That'd be hilarious. Well, anytime it's been like Adam West.
Yeah.
But like, and also, well, there's Batman. I think I know the Batman.
Brave and the Bold.
I think he did show up on a Scooby-Doo movie.
Dieter, something.
Yeah.
For Oswald from Drew Carey Show. Let's make it quick and sexy. All right. So, Gunn will focus on the creative side of things, while Safran will focus on the business and production side. Both are expected to continue to direct respectively. Okay. Both are expected to continue to direct and produce projects, respectively. Mm-hmm. The deal runs for 4 years, and Gunn will be exclusive to DC. The goal is for them not just to be producers, but to truly function as executives, even as Gunn will occasionally hone a movie. Mm-hmm. According to sources, Joker filmmaker Todd Phillips' work on the upcoming sequel will not fall under Gunn and Safran's purview, and instead will be overseen by DeLuca and Abdi. Matt Reeves, who worked under Hamanda, has a budding universe based on his The Batman movie. It's unclear under whose purview Reeves' future projects would fall, but everything else moving forward would be under Gunn and Safran. So I think that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I think, like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. The Batman is its own universe. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's good to let it be its own universe.
Yeah.
You know? But, and the Joker the same, right? Mm-hmm. And, like, I'm glad somebody's not kind of being like, hey, we gotta put
them all together.
Yeah. The Joker, Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker, has to be the Joker and the Batman, and both of them have to be with Henry Cavill, right? And it's like, I don't want to see
nothing mixes well there.
Yeah. So I think that makes sense, but I do like that it says, but everything else going forward will be under them. I think that makes sense. And I could see Matt Reeves, you know, being game to, like, work together, you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But I can see why they're just letting Todd Phillips do his own thing. Safran came up as a manager, where Gunn was among his clients, and is fully enmeshed in the world of DC as producer of the $1 billion grossing Aquaman and its upcoming sequel, as well as Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, and Shazam and its sequel. His relationship with Warner extends back 10 years and includes the $2 billion Conjuring horror franchise. So like you were saying earlier, he's definitely knows what he's doing. We're honored to be the stewards of these DC characters we've loved since we were children, Gunn and Safran said in a statement. We look forward to collaborating with the most talented writers, directors, and actors in the world to create an integrated, multi-layered universe that still allows for the individual expression of the artists involved. Our commitment to Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Harley Quinn, and the rest of the DC stable of characters is only equaled by our commitment to the wonder of human possibility these characters represent. We're excited to invigorate the theatrical experience around the world as we tell some of the biggest, most beautiful, and grandest stories ever told. After being asked on Twitter if James Gunn hates Kevin Feige now, Gunn responded, "Not only do I love Kevin, he was the first person I told after I did the deal with DC. John Cena was the second. Contrary to popular belief, $1 less for Marvel is not $1 more for DC. DC and Marvel have the common goal of keeping the theater-going experience vibrant and alive." Feige made his own feelings about Gunn's new job clear earlier this week when asked about the news by Deadline at the Black Panther premiere. He has got a lot of work to do for Marvel between now and May, which he's well aware of. But after that, I'll be the first in line to see anything he does.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely, I'm glad that, they're doing away with this petty fanboy bullshit. Like, I get it. It drives up ticket sales and comic sales and all that shit. But like, no, you want to make friends with Marvel.
Yeah. James came from, working with him.
Exactly.
So, makes sense.
Yeah. Why bite the hand that feeds?
That's what I was about to say.
He's only got, it's only down for 4 years. Granted, that could be extended, but he might want to go back at some point, tell a new Guardians movie or fucking ROM the space robot or whatever the hell that thing was. But yeah, it's a thing. He was one of the original Guardians, but he was technically a Hasbro toy.
Oh yeah. I remember.
And so they couldn't get the rights to use him. Yeah. Because technically they own it, and they would have wanted 50%.
Yeah,
cut.
they wanted something crazy.
Yeah. It's like, for fucking ROM, get the hell out of here. So anyway, yeah. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about all this? I know I kind of said it at the beginning.
Gives me hope.
Right?
Gives me hope.
I agree.
I know I've said this last week, but I'm a DC fan at heart.
Yeah.
That's what I knew as a kid.
Yes.
I knew Spider-Man, knew the X-Men and stuff, but
yeah.
I love Batman.
Yeah.
I knew Superman.
Yeah.
My brother had the comic books of the death of Superman.
Yeah,
and when Bane broke, Batman's back.
Oh, I'm gonna break the bat, brother. Oh wait, sorry. Oh, I'm gonna break the bat, brother. There you go.
Yeah. And
when I adopted the darkness, I was born in.
God. But
sorry.
I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
sweet. Me too. Honestly, we were just looking at some Halloween movies, and Slither popped up, and I had forgotten about Slither for a while. So we rewatched the trailer, and I was like, man, I did not get this. When I watched it in theaters, I enjoyed it, and I knew it was goofy, right? But knowing now what I know. That movie, James Gunn obviously did Slither, wrote and directed it. It's bonkers. And the fact that the dude that did Slither went on to make Guardians of the Galaxy and then went on to be the president of DC Studios or whatever the hell he's called. It's insane, man. Somebody was saying, the dominoes in place that started with, a I'll just say a Twitter user. I'll just leave it a Twitter user.
Yeah.
Fussing about James Gunn's old tweets that led to him being fired, that led to him directing the Suicide Squad, that led to him being rehired by Marvel to do Guardians 3, that led to him led to him making Peacemaker, which led to him becoming the head of DC Studios, right? And like, it's just insane thinking about that. But yeah, I really like James Gunn. He's as a person, he's grown a lot. Mm-hmm. Like I know back in his early days, he said a lot of crass shit, but he's sincerely apologetic for that. Mm-hmm. He was saying he was sorry about it way before anybody even knew about it.
Yeah.
And like, I'm sorry, but John Cena is like one of the best people in the world.
Truly.
And if he thinks that
James
that there's good in James
best.
Gunn, yeah, it's like, come on, let's have a little faith in this guy.
And also, let's throw in another wrester in there. How about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
I was just about
guarantee
to say.
it. Guarantee it.
He tweeted at him. He said, what did he say? He said, looking forward to working with you real soon or something like that. Everybody was eating that up. And then the other thing that happened, I forgot to put this in here. James Gunn, posted the news on Twitter, and everybody was replying back to it and stuff. Michael Rosenbaum replied to it, which, if you know Michael Rosenbaum and James Gunn go back, I forget exactly how they got to know each other, but they're friendly. Mm-hmm. And he was actually in Guardians 2. I forget, he's been in other movies with James Gunn, but he's kind of like Nathan Fillion. He's just in a lot of James Gunn movies. And so Michael Rosenbaum, of course, Lex from Smallville, tweets at him like, "Oh, this is great. I'm so happy for you. Can't think of a better person to do this." And I can't remember if he alluded to possibly doing something, or if like, James Gunn replied alluding to it. Yeah. But like, Smallville fans got fucking turned up, okay? Like, it was insane, because I was like, holy fuck, if we bring Lex Luthor from Smallville back, like, nah, anything's possible. There's been talks, I haven't really talked about it with you, but there were talks about doing a Smallville season 11 as an animated series. Yeah. Because they did the comics season 11, which I'm not going to talk about because you haven't got there. And so they were talking about doing this as an animated series and bringing all the original cast back. Yeah. And like Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum have been actively pursuing this. Okay. Which I think is what kind of led them to Talkville a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so like it was kind of dead in the water because of all the Zaslav shit. But now, James Gunn, Rosie's got an in, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We might get it. And
can God we please fix the fact that they made Clark in the shows on the CW of the Smallville that he's just nothing? Remember? Like, oh. Yeah. Yeah, like, don't do that.
You're talking about Crosses.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Crosses. Okay.
All right. Can't wait for this.
Okay. So Crosses on Infinite Earths, the Arrowverse crossover, is a bunch of bullshit. Okay. All right. Just so we're clear. Like, don't get me wrong. It was great. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Really hated what they did with Smallville stuff. Okay. I absolutely hated that. But if you watch, right, they show, Batman 89's universe, right? And it gets fucking melted away. Yeah. And it's not, I don't believe it's reborn by the end of it. Like, some of them are reborn. Yeah. And then, like, Brandon Routh's Superman is in it, but he's not the Superman Returns. Like, it's not the Donnerverse. It's like a separate, So, my thing is that it matters until it doesn't. Right. Mm-hmm. And so, at any point they could just be like, oh no, that was another Earth that was a lot like Smallville's. Like, it's literally all, like, that's all they have to do. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever makes money, that's what they're gonna do. Yeah. And I've had to learn that the hard way all these years with like comics and stuff, where it's like, oh, it really just doesn't matter until it does until it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Like when Spider-Man died. And Doc Ock like took over his body, and like they're like, Peter Parker's dead. He's never coming back. And then like 30 issues later, there's like, oh, Peter Parker's back.
He's alive.
He's back and ready to fuck.
And he's like, it's like a soap opera.
I gotta
They
say,
kill off a person and they stay off the show for like 5 years, and then they pop back and, I thought you were dead.
Devin?
Dada? you doing here?
Anyway.
Take I-47?
All right.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's funny.
The
But,
Californians.
like, what are we doing? Like, how did we get here?
Because we start talking like that.
But anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for James Gunn to be over the DC universe.